All right, all right. All right, all right. Let's get that party started tonight. Big Ched's in the house. Big Ched's is in the house. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for also being in the house tonight. I know you're busy. You're taking a little time to connect here with me. I'm connecting with you. It's Friday, February 11th, 2022. Time flies, certainly when you're having fun. Listen, I want you to give me a little connection here. Let me know in the chat room if you can hear me. Right? I already see it's a worldwide thing. We've got hello from Canada. We have Nicaragua in the house. Let me know where you are. Brazil. Buona noche. Brazil in the house again. We've got people all over the world. Portugal, Malaysia. Listen, crypto's worldwide, so I'm just happy to be there. I hope you're doing well. Life is not always easy. I've been through plenty of adversity. But I actually think I'm blessed. I'm incredibly blessed, and I'm trying not to squander that. So this I hope is an add value to your life. It's Friday. We'll do a little bit of an update here. We'll talk about Bitcoin. Let's get the chart up real quick. I'm on Twitter. I'm at Big Cheds. Academic observations about price. Sound is good. Academic observations about price. Hello from Philippines. Hello from Chile, from London, from Portugal, Dubai, Amsterdam, Thailand, Bulgaria. That's unbelievable. I would love one day will come. I'd love to see your countries. So that's fantastic. I'm on Twitter at Big Cheds. I'm of course the author, Trading Wisdom. The feedback, it's been unbelievable. It was wonderful to write it. I love talking about it, and the feedback's been unbelievable. So I hope you're enjoying it. 4 ways to get it, but if you can't afford it or you don't want to buy it, I don't blame you. Check out the free version on my YouTube. Ched's Trading. I've got 11 of the 50 lessons up. I'll do another one in about 2 weeks. I will eventually put the whole book for free. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. So if you're new to trading, you're like, what's this chart? I don't get it. Moving averages, is this bullish or bearish? You need like a starting point. Go watch the tutorials. Educational live streams are gonna help give you that kind of foundation you need to really interpret stuff. And you need a foundation. And obviously, when you're new, you need experience. There's nothing you can do. You need years. You need just a long, long, long time. There's nothing you can do about that. There's no way to cheesehead, right? There's nothing you can do about that. There's no way to shortcut that. So start out with a good basic understanding of what's what. It's really trend analysis. Like your job, if it's confusing, your job is to identify the trend and then find a way to trade on that trend and make profit, right? So start out with understanding that trend analysis. Also, long form interviews. I have an interview tomorrow with Gareth Soloway, who's a really good technical analyst, and that's my thing. I'm all about the TA, price is everything. So I'll be doing a long form interview with him. You can actually watch it live, and you can comment and ask questions, and that's going to go into the long form interview series. I've got it's just the best minds in some of the best minds among the best minds in the space. So check that out. So thanks for letting me talk about that. And of course, I am a founding analyst, Bitcoin.live. I've been doing this for over 3 years, twice a week, long form market updates, and it's something I take incredibly seriously. And I love teaching you how to fish. I'm not going to hand you a fish. I'm going to teach you how to be a great trader. It's what I love to do. So once again, thank you. I'm just going to check back on the chat room. Love it. Thanks. Wonderful feedback. Love Gareth. Legend. Hit the like button. Cheeto Cheds. Listen, so I'm not going to see all your messages, and I want you to know that it doesn't mean I'm ignoring you. I want you to know I appreciate that. Even if you're you disagree with me, that's cool too. It's okay to disagree. So if you think what I'm saying stupid, it's cool. And use that forum and tell me. And it's just a conversation, right? Bulgaria's in the house. What's up? I see you, Martin. I see it, right? So, but I'm not going to see all the messages, all right? But anyway, so thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. So Bitcoin, what are we looking at? You want to sometimes just step back and just make it easy on yourself. And a lot of the time it's noise. A lot of the time, let's get that comment out of the way. A lot of the time it's just kind of in between moves, right? And in some ways, it's easiest to play Bitcoin after a really big move because you get that volatility. And even though this was kind of black diamond trading, really difficult trading here in this recent bottom, if you kind of manage your risk properly, and especially if you kind of executed a spring, based on that candle there when we recaptured the low from January 22nd, I think, there were some ways to get in, on the lower Bollinger dip, but it came after that volatility, and we've had this kind of slow grind up, and it had obviously this beautiful candle here, kind of that wall down and wall up. Um, and it's like, all right, what are we doing? Are we doing a head and shoulders? Okay. The one thing I want to tell you, and I did a talk with Will Clemente, who's great, and I talked about. He asked me like, what's your number one advice for newbies? And it's like hard for me because I have like so many like things that you need to learn first, because I think about that stuff all the time, right? And I write about it and all that. But the thing I said is, it's like people look too much for like what's the pattern, but they don't think about like how to play it. Like they spend more time trying to like identify a pattern than like understanding how to play it. And then beyond that, they don't just keep it simple. Like they focus on the, well, is it a cup and handle? Is it whatever? Just don't worry about any of that. You just need to understand, is the price able to recapture important levels in the chart? If you're just going to step back, it doesn't take somebody who studies this stuff like I do to identify the fact that this is a level of support. This is a heavy level of support, time and again tested, a demand level, okay? And it's broken. So you can just look at that and see, okay, clearly that's a level you want to get back up above. And sometimes it's that simple. And sometimes it really is that simple. Okay. You can step back and, depending on what type of trader you are, you either did well here, you did poorly, you did somewhere in between. It was easy to get confused. There was a lot of things that were unpredictable, but a lot of this was actually pretty predictable in terms of like classical charting, and it kind of made sense. The equilibrium, the high, the low, the lower high, the higher low, the break, the rectangle, the throwback. Like there's a lot of like really solid, like if people say you can't TA Bitcoin, I mean like this is proof you can TA Bitcoin. I can point to like 100 data points in here or more that it's just been simple trend analysis. And sometimes it's just that simple where it's like a level you watch. We played that with 60K up here. We had the fake move below, the head and shoulders, bull flag, not reaching the full target, up thrust, outside bar, yada, yada, yada. On the top, we talked about all that, right? EMA 34 rejections, tower top, mean reversions, lower Bollinger to mean reversion. And it's like, are we doing head and shoulders here? That's not important. It's just what's important is like, if you're gonna risk your money, how carefully are you guarding that money, that capital? Like if you believe it's whatever you believe this is, at the end of the day, when you go to enter your trade and while your money's in play, how are you handling it? Are you respecting your stop loss? Or are you just kind of YOLOing it and like whatever happens, happens? Like that's what's important. Not whether or not you can identify it as a head and shoulders or a knees and toes or a cup and handle, spoon and fork. It just don't get caught up in that. Look at the price. Can it recapture a key level? So boom, you've got a really clear, like this was the best case scenario. This was the highest target, in my opinion, on this relief rally. Like if you asked me, back here when I was talking about on these videos on Twitter, on Bitcoin.live, and that, we're due for a bounce. We're below lower Bollinger in the daily. It's time for relief rally, right? We broke 40K. It's time for relief rally. If you ask me, like, what's the best case scenario? I'd say underside tag 46. Right? Like that's the best case. We made that. That's a good sign. That shows to reach that shows signs of weakening bear trend. Like the bears shouldn't have let that happen if the bears were completely in control. It doesn't mean they're out of control. It doesn't mean bulls are in control, but like that shouldn't have happened if it was like the nut bear scenario, right? So I guess that's what I'll say in that. Until I'll let you kind of wait and see what happens. I'm gonna wait and see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna watch support. 40K. Obviously, everyone talked about that. See if that holds 46K. What's up from Taiwan? Good to see you. I thought I might just quickly screen through my watch list and see if there's anything I was interested in talking about. Yeah, kind of rolling over. You can see this it's absent strength. You can see just a real solid bear trend here. Moving average is fanning out for the most part, below the 200. So keep an eye on that. Let's see, you'll know if you're worried about missing that, you'll see these kind of moving averages flip back over and cross, right? And you get the meat of the move if it's going to do that. Look at that gala. You see the rejection there on the underside. Sand trying to recapture, needs that level, like that 420 level. ETH BTC, yeah. So that's I mean, this is a little more encouraging for Bitcoin because you wanna see this going down if you're a Bitcoin bull. Let's see. TH, yeah. It's gonna probably rise or fall with Bitcoin, but the question is outperformance, and that's where this pair comes into play. I guess I definitely would wanna see this pair back up above, like, that level. Yeah, I mean, like, I almost tweeted about XRP. That's how, that's a really good bounce. Like, I almost tweeted about XRP, but I still, like it's like there's, like, a threshold. Like, I can't tweet about it when it's still below the 200 and it's still below this high. Like, if it had broken this high, I would definitely be tweeting about it because then it's kind of value to the people who follow me. Because then it's like a legitimate sign the trend is reversed. Like, everything in here is just a lower high, and that's why I didn't tweet about it. So, like, I almost tweeted about this. I was watching it. I mean, that's the threshold. You got to understand. Like, for me, this isn't worth tweeting about until because I'm trying to like add value on my feed. I'm trying to like I'm not always right, I'm not always wrong, but like I'm trying to, I want to like I'm not gonna especially XRP. So this would be the level above that you'd want to see that. I mean LTC, not a fan of it. Obviously I played it really nicely. I bought it I talked about this and like I've been talking about this for a while. When this was in this area, I said, look, when it drops to 100, I want to buy there and I want to sell at 140. And I did exactly that. I tweeted about it. I did a video on it, so you can check that out. I mean, now I'm just not as interested in it now, right? I'd rather play Ethereum than Litecoin. For example, near, yeah. Oh, Adam, you see it clearly wants to hold that level. See, I like FTM as well. All right, that's good enough. Let's see. So listen, um, You know, first of all, thank you. This has been fun. It's great. Like I can just go live and I can talk to you and I can connect with you. But like I take that seriously. Like I'm trying to add value, right? I'm not trying to just. I mean, the dancing. So the dancing, I do that to get me in the mood, but I want to get you in the mood to learn, to kind of have fun. Hopefully not to take things too seriously. Um, you know, that's kind of what I would say about that. I want to remind you. Let's get that going again. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Big Cheds. Hopefully you follow me there. I'm on YouTube at Cheds Trading. You have to watch these tutorials. I'm gonna do a new one in a couple weeks. I try to cover everything. Like on my Twitter feed, I miss like all the notifications, and so then all the questions. There's great questions, but I just answer them in these tutorials. It saves me time, saves you time. Definitely check out the free version of the book. You can find it on Amazon. You've got 4 formats. Um, but definitely check out Bitcoin Live as well. I'm a founding analyst. I'm incredible. Like I'm proud. I am legitimately proud to be part of Bitcoin Live. We have an unbelievable team. And so check that out if you're interested in really learning, like seriously learning how to trade. Definitely check that out. Um, and that's that. So really thank you folks. I'd like to do this more often, but I kind of try to pace it out. And in any case, I hope you are doing well out there, whatever you're dealing with. I want you to try to breathe and just do your best, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You gotta kinda just do what you can do, and, it's helped me, right? There's things that are out of your control, there are things that are in your control, and I would kind of try to look at what's in your control and, be kind to yourself, and try to take care of yourself, and then, the other stuff will maybe get a little bit easier, right? So, that's what I'd say about that. Let's get this party back on track.